Hello, welcome to Baking with Bernadette. Today I'm going to be making homemade vanilla ice cream to go with my brownies. I'm using a recipe from allrecipes.com by Chef John, and you only need 4 ingredients. 3/4 cup of white sugar, 2 1/4 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then a pot and a whisk to mix everything around as it's heating up. And a bowl that can handle the heat and the cold for when you put it in the freezer later on. To prepare my ice cream, I'm going to be using a Cuisinart Ice Cream Maker. This can hold 2 quarts. I'm only going to be making 1 quart for this video. This container that comes with the ice cream maker does need to be inside the freezer for at least 27 hours or until when you're shaking it, there's no noise from the liquid inside of it. It needs to be completely frozen solid. So let's get started making vanilla ice cream. To start the ice cream, I set my stove to 2. Again, I have an electric stove, so I'm setting it to 2. It's low. Everything has to be cooked at a low heat. The low is way too low, so I put it at 2. And I put the sugar in first. I just try to level it out. Let me see, you can't see that. There you go. And I just go like that, so it stays. It's not that big of a deal when it comes to this recipe. There you go. That's 3/4 cup. I do the sugar first because it comes out easier. Because I need 1/4 cup of the milk. So I'll go ahead and pour that first. If I would do the milk first, then the sugar would just stick to it. See all that? And then that was my 1/4 cup, and now I need 2 cups of this. 1, 2. I didn't fill it up all the way. And again, this recipe is pretty forgiving. Just a little over, a little under. Doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh, I did not shake it. The bad habit of that. There we go. Nice good shake. And a cup of that. There you go. And now that everything's in there, let me do a little mix first. Start from the center, and I feel the sugar, a little resistance from it. Just a nice mix. That sugar off the whisk. Then on the side, you notice everything but the vanilla extract is what gets heated. So now that I mixed that, put the lid partially on to leave this opening here. And I set my timer for 25 minutes. 25 minutes at low heat. And now I'm going to stir it every 3 to 4 minutes. And again, so I don't forget, get my bowl ready. Get my vanilla extract. And pour my 2 teaspoons in. 1, 2. And that's all 4 of my ingredients. This is what it looks like once it's already been heated. Set at room temp and put in the fridge overnight. There's the chunks right here that all gets put inside the ice cream maker, which I will show you in a little bit. But after it's been in the fridge overnight, I still put it in the freezer for 30 minutes right before I'm going to put it in the ice cream maker. Just so it's extra cold. There's a few steps to it, but it's still pretty easy. Let's see. And the timer's going to go off for the 25 minutes. There you go. It's off. You see that foam there on the side. All right, let me move it from the heat. You see? It's almost at 160, but you have to get it at least to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to turn that off. And this can go in afterwards. It doesn't have to be in there. I just do it so I don't forget about it. It doesn't make that big of a difference. And you just pour it all in there. And see, all that sugar melted. And I do a little stir. There you go. And this is going to sit at room temperature until it's completely cooled down before you put it in the fridge overnight. You want to be careful when you put this in here. You don't want your hands wet at all because it'll stick to it. I turn it on before I pour anything into it. And this is going to be on for 25 minutes, and I'm going to check it every so often so you can see what it looks like at the 10-minute mark, 20-minute mark, and the last 5 minutes. And this is what it looks like at about the 10-minute mark. So it still has 15 minutes to go. There are some chunks of ice cream here. It's getting there. Here there's less than 5 minutes left, and you can see it's getting even thicker, but I do those extra 5 minutes because I like it thick. But I'm going to do the full 25 minutes. It's before I take it out. And that is a 25 minutes. You see it's soft serve. So if you like it like that, then it's ready for you. Now if I'm using it for something like my ice cream sandwiches, which I'll try to show here, the ice cream sandwiches. When I make those, I put the ice cream in the freezer overnight. I leave this in here so it's easier for me to hold it. I just put it in a container that can go in the freezer. I just scoop it in because you don't really want to hold this up. And you see here. All right, and this here, I just cover. And I'm going to put in the freezer for as long as I want it, at least 2 hours, so it can get harder. There we go. You see? This is going to go in the freezer for overnight. Perfect combination. So I'm gonna let you go. And I'm gonna keep eating this. And go ahead if you want some. You make some at home. Bye-bye. Today I'm going to be using a recipe from 3/4 cup of white sugar. We need a pot and a whisk to mix a pot and a whisk. Alright, now I'm out. Until next time.